It's like them figures some man a human being and we all got seen, so we're not perfect.
Hi. Janelle, type hi guys, type the no rights for me, please. I do not own rights to this music being played. Please, guys. Thank you. And share the live. Share the live. Hey, bad man, me no need your trust. This has to be yourself, and when you be yourself, you quick to judge you. Dog it up. Everybody. Crosses and parasite. Alright, Travis. Type this something for me. Me great. Tell them. And when you be yourself, you quick to judge you. That make up your mind. Everybody love you. Crosses and parasite. My mother pray for me every day and she says some of them can't touch you. You know see my time to shine. It's my that when them feel like some I go come out to nothing. See they know them in a trouble, yeah. It's like them figures say the world round. So anything go wrong, come around, yeah. We lost them 3 times already. I mean know some I go them the 4th time me go round, yeah. Me need a good time alone. Push forward in a life, youths like my love. Your love far from me like a gun. That's how me get a big speaker and a microphone. I say, them say to be yourself, but when you be yourself, you put the judge you. That make up your mind. I say we're full line, I mean not the same. Everybody love you. Crosses and parasite. My mother pray for me every day and she says some of them can't touch you. Thanks, Daisy. Type it and I'll pin it.
Get a youths of ambition. Us have to build up blueprint on the land. Get a youths of ambition. Us have to build up blueprint on the land. It's a funny world, something like a circus.
Alright guys, I'm not gonna wait on anyone else. Share the live though, because we really want as much persons to hear this information. That's the whole reason why I decided to get people with the know-how to come on and share with you. All right, so first and foremost, I just want to tell you thank you. Thank you for tuning in to Real Issues Live with Crystal. So tonight we will be talking about taxes. Taxes. Our first speaker will talk on taxes from the employer point of view, and then our second speaker will be talking on taxes from the employee point of view. So if you have questions, you can put them in the comments when the speaker is finished. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and join Mr. Giles. Yes. Hi.
Hi, Crystal.
Your face cut off.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Let me see. I see it. Half. I only see your mouth and.
You see my mouth?
Go back a little.
You must see my mouth alone. That's what happened.
Welcome to Real Issues Live with Crystal.
Hey, good to be here.
Yeah, definitely. I know you are busy. You're coming out of a meeting, so I must be special.
Yeah, I came home to do this because if I stay in my office, I wouldn't come home tonight. So I just came home to do this. Yeah.
Oh my.
And we'll work from home tonight. Yes.
Okay. Oh my, I appreciate it, and the viewers definitely appreciate it. All right, but before you begin, though, can you just tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Okay, poor me now. You know, I'm a man of few words. Okay.
I know you're a man of few words, and you do them very fast, like you see in Bolt.
Very fast, yes.
Slow down a little bit for me.
I will do a little. Yeah, no. I thought for the best. I will do a little American style. Okay, so I'll go slow. All right. Yeah. I'm Horace Giles. I'm a chartered accountant. in practice, that is very important to say, in practice, meaning I'm licensed to offer in Jamaica accounting services, externally, sign financial statements and all that. I've been doing this accounting all my life. I have done no other job in my few years on this earth.
Wow.
I have my own firm, HBG Associates. I've been
Yes.
licensed since June 2011, and we
Yes.
cater to the small, medium enterprises for all your tax matters, your accounting needs, your auditing. If the
Yes.
bank needs to give you a loan for your business, they ask for an accountant to sign. That is me, okay? That's what I do, okay? In a nutshell, I'm still married. I have one son, a 15-year-old boy, and that's
Yes.
about it.
Yes.
Yes.
And I definitely can attest to your accounting. Definitely top class. All right. So can
Yeah.
you, when you're finished, you just type the name of the IG page. I'm going to pin it and ask my viewers to just follow you.
Yeah, just
in case
HBG
of anything.
accounts. Very easy.
HBG.
HBG accounts.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see.
HBG accounts.
Somebody
That's my
type
name.
HBG accounts for me, please, because I
Yes.
don't know I can't type it from where I am.
And it's
All
my
right, Mr.
first time
Giles.
live, so I'm lost, okay, with this thing, all right? Yeah.
No problem, no problem. Somebody will
Yes.
type it and I'll pin it. Guys, please
Great.
share the
Yes.
live. Share the live because listen, I have an accounting certificate. I have the CAT course. I did it at the Montego Bay Community College.
Community
And
college,
I have
okay.
my own business now. And I did accounting at UA. And I'm telling you, it is not the same as what you get in the real world. So please share the live quickly. Please share the live so business owners can hear these, because I have been doing my own accounts for my business, and I only hear that how much money for the business. I thought that I was okay, because when it come on to my employees, I make sure that I pay up my employees taxes, and I thought I'm fine because
Okay.
you know it's a small business, Mr. Giles. So I really thought that because I wasn't making any profit in the first few years, I didn't need to do anything. So bam bam bam, I hear that I owe much money for this and that. So listen, you guys need to share the lives. You hear the live before you hear you decide that you don't take it lightly, especially if you registered. So I wanted to talk about the employer taxes, but I want you specifically to talk about, before you talk about the taxes, people will say, Mr. Giles, they prefer to go without registering, because once they register their business, the tax office is going to be on them. Can you just clarify that little part a little before I ask you the question?
Yeah, let me tell you, okay. You do not have to register a business if you are carrying it out in your own name. So
Really?
if I say, yes, if I say RF Giles, that's it, that's my name. It's not required for me to register that name. But if I say Giles Accounting,
Right.
it's no longer my name, and I'm required by law since 2004 to register that name with the company's office, whether by company or partnership or by sole trader.
Right.
Now, many people think if your name is not registered, that you will not be in the tax net. That's not true. The
Right.
tax department have a way, they call it data mining,
Right.
to find you. And then sometimes you say, you know, I won't do this. And then for some reason you begin to go legal, or you want what is called a TCC, which is a tax
Right.
compliance certificate.
Right.
Or for many people, they want a house and want some money from the NHT. And
Right.
then they have been asked to go back at least 7 years in your life. In special cases, it can go 20. But they go back at least 7 years in your life, and you say, but I was only doing a little thing from my house or from my car or something, and the
Right.
government will say, well, you owe us returns for those years, and by not doing it on time, you've incurred penalties, and that can be much, much more than tax amounts. So if we
Oh.
all contribute a little bit, then eventually It'll be a lower rate and we'll all benefit. Yeah.
So what about like, because you know, in the online era now, since the COVID, everybody start having their online businesses, and you know, who have their own brand and the t-shirt, this and the lip gloss and the. How about those people? Because it's online, the same procedure applies.
Yeah. You know what the tax rules say for taxes? That all income, however earned, that word all means all the time. So you're side hustling, the winning from cash pot, the the little babysitting job at home, the little online teaching, all of those things. You might be employed, you know, and because you get a little laid off or salary cut, you say, boy, you know, I'm gonna sell some lunch in the days or some breakfast and so on. The
Right.
government says to you, all income, no matter from the source of earning, which means that the man involved in illegal activity is also taxed. And there are ways of doing that.
Mm.
Okay, so there's no escaping the tax man. You know, I remember another boy in high school with a book called Julius Caesar, and in it the soothsayer said to him, beware the Ides of March. Now the Ides of March is March 15. And in
Right.
Jamaica, I'll say to you, beware the Ides of March, particularly if you are carrying on some form of business other than your employment.
Wow. All right. So the SO4, the SO4A, that you have 4 things that do March 15th. SO4, SO4A, ITO2, ITO7. Can you speak on the SO4 first?
I am going to try and explain all of those because I think I should begin somewhere else. You have heard SO4, SO4A. There's also the IT02,
Right.
the IT07,
Yes.
and the IT03. And they're all different things, okay? So Jamaica operates on a self-assessed tax system.
Right.
Simply means that the taxpayer is required to prepare and file his own taxes using the approved rules and approved rates. So there are 2 kinds of taxpayers: the individual taxpayer,
Right.
which or the company, which is called a tax person, okay, in law.
Mm-hmm.
So if you incorporate, meaning you went down to the company's office and you incorporate to be called limited.
Right.
That's when you incorporate. Anything is a business, so you have a company. That company uses the ITO2 form to file its income tax returns.
Okay.
If you and I were to together form a school, for example, so you and I are doing business as Bright School, the company, this
Right.
partnership, then we use the IT03 to file the returns for partnerships.
Okay.
Okay, but for the individual person to file his taxes,
The
there's a form
self-employed.
called a SO4. Self-employed is a SO4. So anybody who is unincorporated, that means the company, you are self-employed.
Right.
So if you are employed earning an income from a company and you have a side hustle where you make nice lunches on a weekend or just chicken on a Saturday night or whatever, that you're also to make your buy your house or your car, all those income put you into the category of self-employed, and you are now required to file a return called the SO4.
So that return, you file it every March 15th.
Yeah, okay, so all taxes become due. Final due date is March 15. I use the word final due date, March 15. So in about 10 days or so, or 13 days, all taxes for the year 2020, the year ended December 31, 2020, becomes due on the 15th of March, due and payable on March 15. On that day, also becoming due and payable is your estimated taxes for 2021, which is the current year. That is a SO4A form. Okay, so
That is the one that
SO4A.
I don't get. Because listen, with Corona and everything, how am I going to estimate my income for next year?
Okay, so the law requires that all businesses, companies, individuals file an estimate of what they expect to happen for this current year, and you do it based on what you earned last year, what you think is going to happen. You can't be. I don't like it either, but you can't be wrong as it were. Okay, so I could say, you know, I expect the contract to go through this year. I will therefore earn this money more, and so I declare I'm going to earn $1,000 in 2021. 4 months into the year comes Corona or an accident or something, and the business didn't go through. I can go back and amend my estimated returns
Okay.
to say I no longer will make this money, I'm going to make it less because of, or I'm going to make more because of, and change it and pay the money. Now, the estimate is due March 15, but you pay it quarterly. So you pay a quarter in March 15, you pay a quarter in June 15, another quarter in September 15, and last quarter in December 15. So how it works is, last year you filed 2019 SO4 and a 2020 SO4A, and nobody saw COVID. So you said 2019 was a good year, I'm going to make money, so I'm going to pay my taxes, prepay them quarterly. So you have paid $1 million so far. You are now filing your actual SO4 for 2020, and your taxes is $1.1 million. You're only paying on March 15 $100,000 because you'd have paid the money quarterly already.
Okay.
Now, if you overpay, the problem, get a refund. But by law, it is required. So you can always decide that, hey, business won't be so good, so I'm going to cut my income for estimated purposes.
Right. 1 second. Hello?
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah, sorry about that. My thing is that, can you please tell people who they are not making a profit, but they are registered and they're registered down at the tax office? Can you please tell them that they need to file whether or not they are making a profit?
Okay.
Because that was the issue.
Yeah. So the government, because we are in a self-assessed system, the government don't really know if you make money or not until you declare it. Okay? So even if you made no money, you must declare I made no money. So let us say December 2019, you had this brilliant idea to do some business. You made some plans and you were in a good position to say, okay, February, you went and got your business registered at the company's office. And you're planning to get your equipment to start. And then came March 11th. March 11th last year came COVID. And COVID stopped you from doing your business. And so all of last year, you did nothing. You never make $1 income, now incur no expenses. You just said to yourself, you know what? I cannot do this business for a lockdown and nobody have any money, so I won't do the business anymore. But I'll keep the name because I like the idea for future. Come March 15, you must file a return with 00 on it, with a letter on it attached saying, I did not start the business because of COVID or because the money didn't come through or something, but you must still file the return. But let us say you also did the business, but it never worked out. You made a loss. You have to borrow from people. You must still file the return with your statement showing how much was your sales, what were your expenses, rent, light, traveling, so on and so forth, water, might have a staff, and to
Right.
show that your expenses were actually more than your income and you're in a loss position and therefore to pay zero taxes, and you must file it also by March 15. If you
Because
don't,
guys, if you don't do that, let's say it's you're 2019, you started the business, and you don't do that because you just think, say, boy, COVID come and you don't make any
yes,
profit or whatever. You see, 2 or 3 or 4 years from now, you're going to get a call
yes,
from the tax office, and you're going to hear that you owe XYZ. Is 5,000 each month for each month?
yes, $5,000 per month for late filing. So you're
For
late
late.
for 1 year, that is $60,000. Late 2 years, that is gone to 120. Plus the following year that you were late and so on. So you're out 4 years. You can be owing the government over $500,000, not taxes,
Penalties.
just the penalty for late filing. Now, if
Ah,
those filings carry tax on them, you're going to be charged 20% on those outstanding taxes as well.
ah.
So quickly, instead of paying $100,000 for 1 year, you're now owing $500,000 or $250,000 because of penalties for late filing and for late non-payment.
Okay. So if you start a business in Jamaica, you decide to migrate, and you don't remember that, listen, you're not in operation, and you didn't declare that to the tax office. You migrate and you think everything all fine and dandy. You're going to get a little nice little email with your how much penalty and your how much this and that.
Yes,
So guys,
yes,
please, I'm asking you, declare if you should start a business, declare what's happening. As Mr. Giles said, still file, even if you're not making any profit.
yes,
Reach out to Mr. Giles and find
yes.
out how to file, how to make your filings.
And I'm going to
Because
answer that for you, how to file. And before I
right,
say that for you, sorry, just now. But if you're migrating,
right,
before you go to the airport, do a little letter in duplicate. Put on there, Tax Commissioner, Montego Bay, Jamaica. Dear Sir, we RF Giles, TRN 12345, closure. Please note, my business closed effective 1st of March 2021 as I am going to be living off the island. Please close all my tax accounts. You
right.
can duplicate. Give it to them, they stamp it, and give back one to you. And the copy that you have back, that you got back, keep it with your important documents. It is your only evidence that you did tell them to close your accounts at a certain date. Okay?
Right. Right.
Now for filings. Since 2019, all tax returns are required to be filed online. So you don't go in and say, here's my form. You must have an account online with TAJ on which will file your return. So no more forms in your hands. You will fill it out online and attach your proof of income and expenses to that. And that
Right.
is very easy to obtain an account online with the ID and email address. And you go on, do it yourself. Create your own username. They send you a password. You can change it or keep it.
Right.
And then you ask them to open your account for you, and you're good to go.
Okay. Alrighty. I hope everybody was listening.
I want to tell you some rates though for your tax types, okay? Before
Yes.
I think my time ends tonight.
Yes.
Because people sometimes wonder what are the rates. Now the SO4 form covers income tax and what we call statutory contributions. Those are NIS, NHT, and education tax. They are not called taxes. They are called statutory contributions. For us,
Yeah,
it's tax
that is
type.
what the next speaker is going to talk about those.
No. That's for the employee. But the employer, the taxpayer pays that too as an individual, not the employee.
So you're not talking about the one that we have to match for the employees.
No.
You see, I didn't
No.
even know these, you know. Oh,
Okay, so the
what talk out
SO4
of your mouth,
forms,
Mr. Giles? Talk.
yeah,
Talk.
the SO4 forms. So, but when you're an employer, you match the employee portion, right?
Yes.
When you are self-employed, you have no employees. So you contribute your portion this way on the
So
SO4.
I am a what? I am a what, Mr. Giles?
You don't have a company. What do you have? Just your name trading as your school.
Right,
You're
crystal clear.
an employer, and from the employee salary, you match or pay a percentage more on their contributions.
Right,
But
that's what
as
I
a
do.
as a as a self-employed person, you are also all money you earn in profits belong to you. It's your salary. You get no salary as a person who's self-employed. Your salary is your profit.
So I fall under that category, or I fall under the
Yes,
one where I match my employee.
you're doing both. You're doing both.
So
So you're matching
why
your
you
employ.
must pay that is what stressed me out, Mr. Giles.
No,
Because
because
I match my employee taxes every month and I say, yeah,
yeah.
girl, yeah,
So what
you're
about your
on the
salary?
track and you pay your taxes at
No.
one time. Me only hear
So what?
bam, before they pay extra tax differently.
Yes. So
Talk to me.
what is your salary? The answer is what is your salary? Your
So
salary
what
is the profit that you earn from your business, and all you're paying is the employer's portion to that. So you're paying NHT at 3%. You're paying education tax at 2.25%. You're paying NIS this year, no, last year at 5.875%, and this year at 6%. But you're paying both employee and employer contributions for NIS as a self-employed individual. That's about 11% more in taxes on your profits.
That
Yes,
is
yes,
the
I see
part.
your
That is the
face.
part
Yes,
that I don't understand, Mr. Giles. So each
yes.
month I pay my staff
Eh,
taxes, right? So when
yes,
I pay my staff taxes, what they see on there for each staff, what they see on their pay slip, I actually pay double that for each
yes.
staff, right?
Plus art, yes. Hmm.
So you are telling me, apart from that, I need to pay some other taxes?
The same thing for your earnings now. That was the staff earning for your
So okay,
earnings
so
now.
but I only need to do that on a yearly basis, not on a monthly basis,
Quarterly,
on
quarterly.
quarterly.
So when you pay the SO4A, you're estimating what you're going to be doing for this new year, and you pay it quarterly. And if you have to pay extra, it's due March 15. When the actual return is okay. I estimated last year $10. My actual thing was $12, so I pay the difference now.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay.
So for all these confusion, okay, just Google, just IG HBG accounts. Will help you out.
I
Okay.
pin it here. Guys, please follow
Yeah.
him. Trust me, he's a chartered
We will.
accountant, but he will work with you and try to get
Yes.
your books on par. So
Yes.
please
We
follow him.
we will sort you out, and you'll pay just the right amount.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
It will start you.
Yes.
I can attest to that. But because I
Yes.
want to do my books myself because of my accounting background. So it's just one and two time I call it. And sometimes if you guys, you need to learn these things for yourself, because not all the time
Yes.
you have the money to pay accountants. So,
Mm.
you need to learn these things for
And
yourself.
there are accounting rules and there are tax rules, okay? And
Right.
us professional for the tax rules for the
Right.
accounting. Yeah.
Right. Well, Mr. Giles, definitely this was very, very informative. Any final word before you go, as it relates to
Yeah.
the employer and what they
Yeah.
need to pay?
Yes. Just ensure that up until midnight, Monday, March 15, you file your returns, okay? There are penalties that automatically accrue for late filing. You can apply for a waiver, but there's no guarantee that it will happen. Okay? So it's best to file something than not to file anything at all. Many of you want a little house at Rand Park, Edmond Ridge, and want NSC benefit. If you don't file returns, You cannot get it because in electricity you go and file your SO4 for the last 7 years. File something now.
Yeah.
Other
And
than the
then when you
taxman
file it for the last 7 years, that is when you're going to see the 5,000 per month each
for
year. And you're going
penalties,
like,
yes.
and you don't make no
Yes.
money, you know. You don't
Yes.
make any money for that year, but yet still you're gonna have to pay just
Because
the
you didn't file on
penalties
time.
and the
Yes.
interest. So
And
guys,
I
you
say to
really need to
you,
file it
if you
and
haven't
take
begun yet,
take it serious.
at least do last year's one, okay? If you
Right.
haven't done it before, at least come in now and do last 2019-20 at least and get in the system.
Okay.
Because they can find you very easily.
Thank you very much. And they want money now, so they will
Oh
find you.
yes, they're short $26
Yeah.
billion. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So don't take it for granted that, listen, I didn't make any money, so I don't need to file anything. File it and say you don't make money. File it with the books,
Yes.
the expenses and your income, and show them that, listen, my expenses, they exceeded my income for this year.
Yes.
And so I didn't
Yes.
make any money. So you don't file it and let them know. And
Yes.
when you do that, Mr. Giles, if you make zero profit, you're not required to pay anything. Because
No, you
what
don't
you
pay
pay
because
is really is what you pay is on the profit.
yes.
The taxes that you pay is really on the profit. All right, guys. So
Yes.
you can reach
Yes.
out to Mr. Giles. I know we have to cram everything in one little live. You can reach out to him if you want any more information.
Next Tuesday we still have a week. We could go again next Tuesday and go over some things if you need,
Right.
because next Tuesday it's only the 11th, so there's still some more days. So
Mm-hmm.
I could be available. I'll be up late
Okay.
night working, but actually I can join you. Yes. Yes.
All right, Mr.
Yes.
Giles. I don't want to stress you too much, but I'll call you. I'll let you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll
Thanks a
stay on
lot.
for any questions later on. Okay.
Any further
I'm gonna stay
questions,
on.
guys?
Yes. I'll
Oh,
stay on. Yes. Okay.
stay on so you can hear the other
Answer any
ladies'
questions. Yes.
presentation.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And if they have any questions at the end, I'll definitely let them throw it out. All right. So thank
Okay.
you very much, Mr. Giles. I
And thank you for
appreciate it.
having me. Okay, good.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Remember,
definitely.
HBG accounts.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. Top of the top
Yeah. All right.
accountant. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Guys,
Okay.
follow him for me,
All right,
please.
Crystal.
All
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Later. Yeah.
Yes. Bye bye. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you come off now. Just press the X and jump off.
Let me know.
You see an
X
X
and
there?
drop off. Let's see what we're looking. I mean, X up here about top of what? Yeah.
Yeah, just copy, guys. Wow, guys. So that was Mr. Horace Giles, chartered accountant, one of the best in Montego Bay. And now we're gonna talk about the employees. What are they taking from your pay slip each month? All right, Miss Alethea, please send a request. Send a request. Send a request. So, guys, if you have any questions on Mr. Giles, just hold it a little bit. No, I don't know if you take it off. No. Travis, what you say you're going to hold off on your business, in terms of registering it. Start no business a year, but not register yet with the tax office. You can register the name, but not register with the tax office. Because that is when they find out for the much. But register the name for sure. So if you register the name, that's fine. But once you register it with the tax office, there's no getting out of anything. There's no, oh, sorry, me never make no profit, so I never know that I was supposed to do this and I was supposed to do that. I never, you understand? No getting out of it. So if you're going to start your business, register the name, but don't go down a tax office. Don't tell them something. Because once you go down tax office, what? Oh my God, sorry. Mr. Giles said once you register the name, it is shared with the tax office. You see that, guys? So you may open up your business, you register the name. Oh. So once you register the business, that is it. Whether or not your business is making profit, you have to file your taxes and declare it. All right, guys? Alethea is going to talk to employees now about what they see on their pay slip. And she's going to explain to employees, because sometimes employers, they will say to some of the employees to pay their own taxes. I want to find out if that is illegal. You know why sometimes they tell them to pay? You see, when you see 5,000 come out of your pay slip, your boss have to pay 10,000. Did you even know that? Did you even know that? When you see 10,000 come out of your pay slip, the boss has to match that. You never know that, don't? Okay. Alita, come, Alita, come. Join for me. Where are you? I'm not seeing. Okay. Uh-oh. Alita, text me and let me know what's happening. Yes, definitely Kingpin. Right. All if it's not operating, you have to file your taxes, because you may think, listen, I just start my business and it's not operating because not going for the business there. Let me go start a new business or something, and you still have that business out there. You see, later on you get a call from the tax office, so you owe $1 million. Yeah, and all of that is what all of that is tax, is penalties and interest, because you didn't file to say anything. All right, send a message, Alita, and let me try to add you. Is there somebody else in the house that you can use, because it's telling me that you need to upgrade your app in order for you to join? I don't know. The first it's giving me that option. So when I look for your name, it says upgrade app in order for you to join. I don't know. Guys, any other tech savvy people know what that means? Any of the tech savvy people here knows what that means? So at the next speaker is going to be talking on the employee taxes, but I'm not able to send a message right here in the chat for me, Alita. Just say hello, I'm here. Say I'm here. Oh, Tia, when you go to register the name of your business, you don't go to tax office for that. You go to company's office. But company's office team up with tax office. But I think back in the days, once you register the name at company's office, if you don't go down to the tax office and register the taxes as yet, then you're fine. You know, but I think it's not automatically. Once you register the name at company's office send it straight to tax office. But Mr. Giles, correct me, let me know if I'm wrong. Back in the days, you could register the name, know that, listen, me good, me register the name and the name good, and later on you pay a little taxes. Okay, all right, Alita. So let's get your book, guys. Employees, get your book. We're gonna work out something. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Real Issues Live with Crystal.
Thanks. Happy to be here, even though I'm nervous. It's my first live.
Stop talking about nervo. Hello. You have the best host right here. You don't have to make you feel comfortable and nice. You're all right. You're
okay.
All right. No nerves around here. All right. So people get their pay slip and they say, the government take out too much tax out of my money. Come on, take out, you know, exactly. Can you just break down to me the taxes that comes out of your pay and the percentages?
Sure.
But before you do that, though, can you just tell me a little bit about yourself, because not everybody here knows you?
Okay, wonderful. My name is Alethea Forskin, and I work with Tax Administration Jamaica.
Right.
Yes. All right.
So you work with the tax people, them. Guys, you work with the tax people, them. All right, ma'am.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
First and foremost, employees need to be aware that it's employer's legal obligation to make statutory deductions from their emoluments. Emoluments are like salaries, wages, bonuses, utilities, and so forth. Employees' monthly remittance form for deductions, which includes NIS, NHT, PAYE, are filed on a form that is called a SO1 form. The annual deductions are filed on the SO2 form. Now, in the payroll department, they utilize
Before you
certificate.
go, you said something. You
Yes,
said it is the employer's legal.
according to the Income Tax Act, that is right.
So, me as an employer, let's say I have 5 staff, but one of the staff, I'm not so sure about them. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them for long. My 5 staff, they're on my payroll. And I say to that staff, you have to sign a paper to say that you're responsible for your own taxes, because I'm paying you $50,000 and you don't want any taxes to come out of that 50,000. I cannot upgrade your 50,000 to include taxes to make it 60,000. I can't afford more than the 50. So if you want taxes to be paid out of that 50,000, is either I'm going to take it out of the 50,000 or you go pay your taxes by yourself, and I let them sign to that. Is that legal?
No. As long as an individual is classified as an employee according to the Income Tax Act, the employer is obliged to file returns and pay those statutory deductions over to the government, the collector of taxes, as long as they are considered to be an employee. It is their responsibility. A lot of employers try to evade tax because you know that with the payroll taxes, you have an employee portion and you have an employer portion. So a lot of them try to evade tax by not putting all staff on payroll, which is
Hello,
very
it's
wrong.
not
It's
try then try
illegal.
to do it. It's not try then try to do it. It's money. They don't have to. No. They
No, but
try
it's
to do
not
it or
their
they don't
money,
have the money to do it.
It is not their money, it's your money, it's the employees' money that they're
It's
taking
not
away.
the
So it's not
employees' money,
theirs.
because remember, they have to match it too. So even though a portion is coming out of the employee money, the
They have
employers
to
will have to
pay.
match that.
Yes, they need
So
to match it.
when all right. So the money, I understand the employee portion, and you're going to break down and get down into the
Yes.
taxes coming out of the employee. But when I, as the employer, match those portion, where's my benefit? How do I benefit when I match the portion of the employees?
The thing is, where the payroll taxes is concerned as it relates to the employer, it is similarly to when you have entities and they're required to file their ITO2 and their ITO7, as to what Mr. Giles mentioned before. Those
Right.
are corporate income taxes that companies are stipulated to pay. So it is in the act that it is their obligation to match the employer portion and to pay those taxes. So
So they just match it, but there's no benefit to them. Okay.
not really.
Okay. All right. Next thing. Before you go, I don't want to be stopping you, but a question was asked, because you said once it's considered employee,
They're
they are
supposed to be on payroll.
supposed to be on payroll. So somebody's asking you to tell them about the contract employees.
Okay, let me pull up my information on the contract employee. Give me a minute.
Sure, no problem. We're not really in a hurry. I only have risky business to come at the end to talk about, what happens, talk about his business and stuff like that. What, somebody call you? Like you're frozen. Guys, are you still seeing me? Hearing me? Hello, guys. Oh, she left. Guys, are you here? Hello. Hello. Let me know if you are hearing clearly. Let me know if you are hearing clearly.
It's like them forgot some man a human being and we all got seen, so we no perfect.
Mr. Giles. Mr. Giles with the answer now. Mr. Giles says the matching amount, because part of the business expense is becomes part of the business expense that reduces your profits and thus less tax. Oh, Oh, so employers, that is the benefit. When you match the employees' taxes, when you match the employees' taxes, what happens is that the March 15th filing, when you're filing the March 15th to declare your profits, you're going to deduct all of that money that you paid over to tax for the employer portion. Deduct all the money that you pay for each taxes from your profit, because you pay that out. And Mr. Jasmine, right? Let me know if I'm correct. Yes. So that is why it's good to keep proper books and keep your proper accounting, because you need to know all of these things to deduct. It becomes deductible. They call it a deductible, right, Mr. Giles? Me still have liquor, so me there go practice what me accounting now, because honest charity work me there go accountants. It's very needed. I do my own accounts, but sometimes, I have to consult with the bigger heads. But guys, I'm telling you, it's not a walk in the park. And don't take it lightly. Don't take it lightly. Okay, Mr. Jan, so I'm correct. Okay. Let me see. Please join back for me, Alita or Althea. What if me I pronounce her name? Alita, are you here? We have the business people, they're not leaving, they want to hear. Okay, they want to hear about the contract employees now. Kick me that. I didn't see that. It's okay, my darling. It's okay. It's okay. Just tell us about, before you even go. You're hearing me now? Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Okay, before you get into the employee taxes and what they see on their pay slip and the benefit to them, tell them that
Yes,
employers asking about contract employees.
Man, for employees who are on a contract for service, they are also supposed to pay the taxes, income, education, NIS, and NHD deduction. The employer is required to make matching contributions for these taxes.
So what is the purpose of putting them on the contract?
Well, it's up to the discretion of the employer. Well, usually contract workers are not do not get certain benefits, so that's why a lot of employers opt to do that, put some persons on payroll versus putting some on contract, putting some as permanent versus some on contract. And sometimes it's based on the industry, it's based on the job. Some job doesn't require a full-time worker. Sometimes it just requires a contract for service for a particular period of time, maybe a year, 6
but
months, or so
you
forth.
still have to pay taxes for them.
Pardon?
But you're saying you still have to pay taxes for the contract.
Yes, you still have to pay taxes.
All right, one last question. I don't want to be stopping you too much. One last question before you get into the employees. How long can legally an employer put their staff on probation? Because to be honest with you, I tend to put them on probation for 6 months, because my kind of business, I have to be sure of you before I fully employ you. So tell me about the probation process. How long is it legally to put a staff on probation, and you don't pay taxes for probation workers? Am I correct?
No, probationary workers are still to be paid tax. They're still employed. It's just that they're on a probationary period, meaning if they steal or do something that is not in accordance to the company's standard or their rules or so forth, they can be terminated.
What you saying to me?
But they are still to be paid tax.
Okay. Guys, how old were you when you knew this? When you just find us out? Because I am today years old. All right, my darling. So go ahead and get into your presentation. So sorry to be stopping you. When you're finished, I want you to did you I asked you to tell me about yourself. Did you mention the
Yes.
company?
Pardon?
Did you mention you and your partner's company?
No, my husband, he's an accountant. He has a business called AKR Accounting. It is on Instagram. You can follow it.
Okay, type it for me and let me pin it. So
Okay.
guys, that is Mr. Giles' own right there. HBG accounts. And this one, okay. All right, Alita and her husbands. Okay, so go ahead and get into your employee portion now.
Okay. So the first thing that an employee will notice on their pay slips,
Yes.
we have two sides, the emolument side, the deduction side.
Right.
On the emolument side, you will have your salary, your wages, or any other emoluments that the company may offer you. That is a part of your contract of employment.
Right.
All right. In calculating your net pay, you will have the gross pay. After the gross pay, then we'll have the allowable deductions. These allowable deductions are, for example, NIS and pension contributions.
Right.
So you have your gross pay, then you less your NIS and your pension contributions. Then that will derive your statutory income. Now,
Right.
your statutory income, that is what education tax is computed on, your statutory income and not your gross pay.
Right.
NHT is calculated on the gross pay, however, not education tax.
Right. So in other words, what you're saying is you have to take away
Your
the NIS first from the gross, and then you calculate your education tax.
correct, and not just the NIS or any pension contributions. Those are called allowable deductions. You have to subtract those from your gross pay in order to get your statutory income.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yes, after we get our statutory income, we calculate our education tax, which is 2.25% of the statutory income. Your NHT is 2% of the gross pay.
And tell them how much is the NIS.
NIS is 3%.
So wasn't it 2.75 or something like that?
Right, but NIS has increased.
Since when?
January 2021.
2021.
The Ministry of Labor and National Security, they had sent out information. It was on their website with the phases in which NIS will increase. I can send you that if you'd like after the live.
Yeah, okay. Yes, because I've been calculating it at the old one. So is it that the employees will see they will see
Increase in their salary.
A little bit of decrease or increase?
Increase.
Yes.
NIS is 6% overall, 3% employee, 3% employer.
So if the percentage increase, or is it they will see an increase in their salary?
They will pay more taxes.
So they'll see a decrease in the salary.
Right, because they'll be paying more in NIS.
Okay.
Right.
All right, continue.
Right, so after you deduct your NHT, which is the 2% of your gross, then you will less the income tax threshold. The threshold is also called the nil rate. It is that part of the statutory income which bears a rate of 0 tax. Right. That is the threshold. So you will less the threshold to get your taxable income. If the individual is earning below the threshold, currently the threshold is $1,500,096, which would equivalent to $125,008 per month if you're getting paid on a monthly basis. So if your gross pay is less than the $125,008 per month, then the taxable income would be nil because the threshold would have been greater than your statutory income. You understand? So it would have just been restricted to the statutory income.
So you wouldn't pay.
So you wouldn't pay any income. No, you wouldn't pay any at all because you're earning below the threshold.
Okay. And what about the heart?
Heart, no. Employers pay HART, which is 3% of the total gross emoluments of everyone on their payroll. So employees don't pay HART at all. Employers pay HART, which is 3%.
Is there a group of businesses or employers that are exempted from HART?
No, no, not that I know of. Remember that HART employers are obliged to contribute to the HART fund because this fund provides like training scheme for employment and opportunities for trainees. So it assists with placement of persons in seeking employment in Jamaica and so forth. So that is what the HART goes towards.
So at the end, when they're filing the March 15th one, do you deduct that 3% HART too, just as how you deduct the others?
Yes, the HART is paid the same time, filed on the return just the same on the SO1 that is due the 14th of the month in which the 14th of the subsequent month that the payroll was done. So for example, the payroll for January, we get paid January 25th. The payroll for January is due February 14th.
Right. I know that. So
However, the SO2,
so when I pay my staff, January 25th, I have until February 14th to pay over the taxes.
So file and pay. So you should submit the return and pay by the 14th.
And how long after that they start calculating the interest? If I file it by the 14th, but yet I don't have the money to pay it yet.
Interest is accrued daily.
Okay.
Daily.
Okay.
Once you miss the deadline. Similarly to as Mr. Giles was saying, as it relates to self-employed persons, once they are a day late after March 15, $5,000 penalty automatically comes on, and interest is accrued on that penalty.
Okay. You hear that, guys? So on March 15th, what is due is the
self-employed taxes, the self-employed taxes, charities,
and the employee ones too, right?
And for the SO2, the final return for the year end, which is December, which would have been December 2020, that is due March 15 as well.
Right. However, so you pay the SO1 monthly by the 14th of the month after you have
subsequent month.
Right. So you pay the SO1 monthly. I'm just repeating it for the live.
Yes.
So guys, you do the SO1 monthly, and gone are the days when you go down to tax office and ask them for SO1 form. They don't do that anymore. You have to go and sign up online. So monthly you need to do a SO1 for your staff, and then by March 15th, you need to file that the SO2, which is the entire year SO1s that you have paid. You just file it, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
So you don't have no money to pay March 15 as it relates to the employees because you've already made your payment on a monthly basis. You just need to file it. I'm correct?
The February payroll is due March 14th, you know.
Right, but March 5th, only the February one you would have need to pay by.
Right,
but when you're filing doing your SO2,
right,
you're only doing the filing to say these are the monies that I have paid for the staff for the year.
Right.
Okay. So you don't, it's not, guys, listen, you're not paying any money. You already pay your monthly money for the staff. The only thing you're doing is just filing.
However, you need to take into consideration that there are instances where an employee might get a raise and so forth. So sometimes because what is happening now, the monthly SO1 from January, February to December, you would total those. A lot of times employers, they don't fulfill their obligations in paying the statutory deductions monthly. So a lot of times at the year end, they would still have a balance to pay after completing the return. So it's not just filing. After they would have completed the SO2 and the schedules. If there's a liability, it will automatically populate.
Okay. So what if you pay more money over that because you didn't know how to calculate your taxes, and you pay over little money extra to the
Good question. Good question. Okay, so if an employer deducts more taxes from an employee that is due, then you know that that employee would have due a refund. Now, if the employer realized this within the year of assessment before filing the SO2 for the end of the year, they can provide that employee with a refund. If the year of assessment have passed, like we're in 2020 and I was due a refund from 2018, they should report it to tax administration and advise that employee to complete what is called a ITO 5 return. Now, an
Right.
employee would complete an ITO 5 return when they are requesting a refund. A lot of times employers, their system is flawed sometimes, and sometimes they charge taxpayers more taxes than is due, and it happens oftentimes. I see it every day. So you'll have employees coming over with their P45 to say, I got this from my employer, sorry, to say that this is the total emoluments that I've gotten and these are the total deductions that were made. There was an overpayment and you're applying for the refund, you would direct them to the accounts department where they would complete an ITO 5.
So the refund is given to them by the employer or by tax office?
No, they would have the tax office. They would have made the application, yes.
Okay. Anything else as it relates to the employees? And okay, how does the taxes benefit the employees when they pay NIS each month? Tell me, what is it that they're going to get back?
Well, the NIS is like, it's not really tax, as Mr. Jazz would have alluded earlier. It's like a contribution. So the employee have benefits to get at the end of the day. It offers financial protection to a worker and their family. Like if they have an injury on the job at the pensionary age, which is 65, they'll be eligible for a pension. And if they get sick or even death, they can go to the NIS and make an application for assistance. For the NHT, the NHT is
Hold on. Sorry, I got distracted for a moment. So if you said when I reach 65, I can
That's
go
the
to
pensionary age, yes.
That's pensionary age, 65. I can go down to NIS, and what do I need to provide? Just my NIS and TRN, and they will pull up how much NIS I've been paying.
Right.
So is it a percentage that they'll give me back from what I paid, or my entire NIS?
I think that it's a percentage. I am not sure.
Okay.
Yes.
But I don't have to be ill. Once I reach the age, I can go down to
you don't have to be ill or anything. But those are some other benefits that NIS provides.
There's some other ones.
Right.
So guys, so that's one thing. When you see the NIS comes out of your pay on your pay slip, it's really for your pension. So don't say is government taking it. It's really for you when you reach the 65. Tell me about the NHT.
I will let my husband Demario Forskin speak on the NHT.
All right, before he speaks on the NHT, you want to tell me about the education tax, where that goes? Okay.
Right.
So when they take out education tax from my pay, tell me who gets that.
Okay, so the education tax contributes to the public school. It contributes to paying the teachers, the workers in the public school, buying the desks, the chairs, the boards, everything as it relates to education. A lot of persons don't see the use in paying education tax, but it's very important, especially if we have children going to public school.
But they have to do it. It's not a
it's mandatory. Exactly. Right. It's not an option, it's mandatory. But a lot of persons sometimes only wants to pay NHT because they will be eligible to get a loan to purchase a house, and the NIS because at the required age they are eligible to get pension. So they only want to pay NIS and NHT. They are not interested in education tax, but education tax is extremely important as well.
All right, and finally, it's the PAYE that is straight government.
Yes, the income tax is used in government. The government use it to do a lot of things. I mean, roads, street lights, a lot of common resources that all of us as citizens utilize. They need the income tax to do that.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah,
so welcome. I'm going to go over to your husband. But so you are finished. Were you finished with me? Any final words as it relates to employee taxes?
The first example that I gave you was with an employee that is earning below the threshold.
Right.
For employees who are earning above the threshold, after we would have calculated the NIS to get the statutory income, the NHT, the education, then we would less the threshold from the statutory income, and they would pay income tax, which is taxed at 25%.
Okay.
You would less all your deductions from your gross pay to derive your net pay.
Okay, thank you. Somebody's asking, so how much for PAY, a week or 2 weeks? I'm not sure what the person is asking. So guys, remember, if you're not
That
getting,
question is not clear, but PAYE is 25%. That's the tax for PAYE, and an employee does not pay PAYE unless they are above the threshold.
employee,
Yes, they don't pay PAYE unless they are above the threshold.
right?
They have to
So
be
if you're
above
not making 100 and how much thousand?
over $125,008 per month.
Right. So if you're not making over 120 whatever thousand per month, you will not be required to pay PAYE. That is so good, because this is something new. Is it the JLP that came out with this? Because I think that we used to pay PAYE even if you're earning like 70,000. Am I correct?
No, it's not the JLP that came up with it. Throughout the years, we always have threshold. You mean this threshold that we're using now?
With the figure, yes.
Yes.
It used to be less. Yeah, and if you're earning 70 or so, they used to take out the PAYE.
Right, that's true.
Okay, I just want, because I know that I used to pay it. All right, guys. So you don't pay PAYE only if you're getting $100 and something thousand per
Someone
month.
is asking, what is the threshold? The threshold is $1,500,096
per
year.
year.
For the year, yes.
Right. So you just divide that by 12, and that's how we got the 100 and odd thousand. Okay. All right then. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
I'll hear from your husband as it relates to the NHT, because everybody want to buy house. Come, Ozzy. Hi.
Hi, good night, everyone.
Good night. Welcome to Real Issues Live with Crystal.
Thank you. So my name is Demario Foreskin.
Yes.
Just a brief introduction, really, about my background.
Yes.
I have a BSc in accounting at the Montego Bay Community College. I am currently an AICPA candidate.
Right.
Doing exams to become chartered like Mr. Gaz himself.
Yes. Woohoo! So that means that you won't charge them so much like Mr. Jazz.
No,
guys, follow him. So even though he's not chartered, he can do the same thing, the same principles, the same everything. It's just that, when you're chartered, you have to you have to really go through like a certain amount of years experience in it. But in terms of the taxes, it's the same thing that he will be doing.
Yeah, it's just that for me, statements like Mr. Gaz and stuff like those. But as it relates to taxation,
so I don't cut you because you just went out a while ago. So the difference between you and the chartered accountant is that certain things require chartered accountant signature on it?
Yeah, correct. Like for signing off on a financial statements, like for signing off on audit reports, documents going to the bank and so forth will actually need a chartered accountant.
Okay, but guy, Mr. Jazz, so why you think we charge 50? Mr. Jazz, I was just kidding. You know you can work with Mr. Jazz, but we have to share the work. So you can go to, some of you go to Mr. Jazz, some of you go to Mr. Foreskin, and but if you need to sign off on anything that requires a chartered accountant, you go straight to Mr. Jazz. But in terms of the filing, anybody can do the filing. I can do your filing for you. I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying, in terms of the filing on March 15th, you don't necessarily need a chartered accountant for that. All right, tell me about the NHT, please, when the deduction is taken from the employees.
Before going into the NHT, I just want to provide a bit of clarification on the filing deadline for the payroll returns.
Yes.
For the annual return, it is actually due March 31st. That's the
Oh,
SO2 return. That's the due date for that one.
oh, see, Mr. Giles, so you need to talk. Hey, money business. Yes, Mr. Giles. I'm making links on my live. Make sure you text Mr. Giles, you know.
Yeah, man.
All right, so okay, hold on there. Sorry, because sometimes we get excited and all blah blah blah. So you are saying that the one that is due March 15th is actually the self-employed one and not the SO2s?
Yeah. Well, the one that is due the 14th actually is the SO4 returns, right? The SO4 annual returns and the estimate for this year. The
That's due the
annual
14th.
return, yeah, the annual payroll return, which would have been the full year of 2020, is due on the 31st of March.
Okay, so that is for the payroll. So what about the self-employed one is March 15th?
Yes, correct.
Okay, all right.
As it relates now to the NHT benefits, which I know a lot of persons are sorry about that. A lot of persons are keen on these days in terms of home ownership, which I mean, this millennial age, it's really a good investment. It's really a good thing to acquire. So just to give a bit of information about it. So as you know, NHT is a contribution. It entitles you to a number of benefits. Some of those benefits would have been if in the event you want to purchase a home, if you want to rebuild, if you want to do home improvement or repairs, it gives you access to a loan. Also, you are able to get back those NHT contributions as refund. As you see now, they're doing the refund for persons who would have been employed since 2013.
Right.
So those are some of the benefits that you get with NHT. How can a self-employed person become eligible?
Before you get to the self-employed, which is actually the final one, because I have somebody from England, so you know what time is it over there to join. Before you get to the self-employed one, if I apply as an employee, I apply for my NHT refund.
Right.
Is it a specific percentage of my NHT that I've been paying? They'll give me, the percentage.
All right, so what they do is it depends on the year that they are paying out. So if in 2021 they're paying out for 2013 returns,
right,
2013 contributions, sorry, then you'll get back all your 2013 contributions.
All of it?
Yeah.
What you're saying to me?
And it's
so
the
hold
same.
on there. Let me ask you something. How does that affect me if I want to go get a house?
All right, this is how it affects you, because when you go to get your house with NHT, those contributions that you would have made over the years, you can actually get it back as an offset to the loan. It's called a CRDT loan, where they give you back that contribution to go against the loan. So say, for example, you're going to purchase a house for $11 million. And over the years, you would have made contribution of totaling $250,000. At the point at which you would have gone to do the application with NHT, whatever year or years of that contribution would become eligible for paying out, they apply that amount against the loan. Bear in mind, they will not apply the entire 250 up to date, because they
may not be paying out for that year.
Right, correct.
I'm not sure if I fully get it, because if I am as an employee, I'm going to be applying for NHT returns.
Right.
But then later on, I want an NHT house. Why would I take that return if it's going to affect me getting the house?
No, it's not going to affect you getting the house.
Okay. So that's what I was asking you. If me getting back my applying for my NHT returns, if that will actually affect me when I'm ready now to go and get it.
It doesn't. It doesn't affect it, because in order for you to become eligible to get the loan, you just need to be contributing to the fund for at least one consecutive year.
Okay, so you hear that, guys? Don't just go start at the people them work 3 months, 4 months, and you demand you have your principal, you go down to NHT and say, listen, I want a house. I see my last 3 pay slips here. You have to be working for the company for at least a year. Am I correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And the company has to be paying over the taxes. Am I correct?
Correct, because and that's a very interesting point. You have a lot of companies who make the deductions from the employees, but they do not pay it over to the relevant
Okay.
entities.
So you know hear that employers don't make it bad for the employees that want to
Yeah.
go get an NHT house. Don't take out the money and don't pay it. If you don't pay it, when they go to NHT to, let's say they go to NHT to go after the 1 year of being employed, they go to NHT to go get the loan. NHT going to say, I don't see no in the system for you. I don't see no payment for you, or no, you're not qualified for the. So even though it says that your boss was paying it, your boss never did pay a thing. All right. So please, employers, ensure that you do what you're supposed to do. I know it's not easy. I'm an employer myself, so I know how hard it is. So when I tell my employees that I pay over $80,000 in taxes per month, I don't know if they believe me. So I pay over $80,000 in taxes per month, and only 40,000 of that goes from their deduction. So they're not seeing that I am paying more. So on your pay slip, you don't see that the employer is matching everything that you pay. You understand me? So it's not easy, but we have to do what we have to do. All right. You were saying now about the self-employed now, and tell me about that. And
Right.
me well interested in that.
Yeah, so for self-employed persons, pretty much it's the same criterion where you have to be contributing for at least 1 year. It's just that, as you know, as a self-employed persons, you no longer have a employer filing an employer portion and an employee portion. You're now your own employer, so you have to file the entire 3%.
So I am an employee. I have a business. I'm an
Yeah,
employee. They call me a sole trader. My business
right,
is a sole trader.
right,
I pay the NHT for my staff per month, and I
correct,
match it. But the
correct.
one that I match, to be honest with you, I thought that because I match it, that was my portion paid. But
No,
is the
it's
other
not.
day we get to find out, say, no, girl, it's not
Yeah.
so it go. So is it that every month I need to be paying something different from what I match with the
Yeah,
employee?
every month you need to file your individual SO4 return.
Every
Yeah,
month?
not every. No, you would file that return.
The year?
Yeah, for the year, but then you would need
Okay.
to be paying
Okay.
your quarterly contributions.
Okay. So you hear that,
Right.
guys? So for employers, you pay your employees, you pay their NHT and all of those things. You pay all of that. But for yourself, you do it on a yearly basis. I'm
Right.
correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. And then if you just do it for that 1 year, you can go down to NHT and be
Correct.
qualified just for that
Yeah.
1 year,
Yeah.
at least that 1 year.
At least that 1 year.
So let's say I have a business. My business is 8 years, but I never know that I was supposed to be paying all of them years, because I match my employees. I just really never know that I was supposed to be paying all of those years. No, and furthermore, I never make no profit. So when I go down to NHT, I just pay up for 1 year. Would NHT penalize me for those 7 years?
No, not necessarily. If you're applying for the house, no.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Any other final words?
No, I think that would be it, unless there are any questions.
Guys, we have Dervin waiting from England. Risky business. So, I just want to tell you thank you. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I do this really because, all right, so Real Issues Live with Crystal is where we highlight issues that I know that will benefit or affect. It affects us. And I know, I try to get people with expertise to talk on the issue. So you know, other people can benefit. All right. So it's not about me, it's all about us. So I want to thank you for, you know, contributing too with your information. And guys, if you need more information, you can check them out at AKR Accounting. Check them out. Mr. Foreskin and his wife. His wife works with tax office. So if you need any clarification on compliance, she works in the compliance unit. So she will tell you about the compliance and the fines and the this and shit. Don't lock me up your ear. Don't lock me up because me know me talk some of the things on the level. Don't come for me here.
Okay.
Please, I'm asking you. So, you know, we have to be real with the people and just talk to the people and say, guys, this tax thing is no joke. Don't take it simple. All right, they'll find you. All right, so thank you very, very, very much. Guys, please stay on and wait on Risky Business. He's one of my old classmates, and he is now living in... Press the X and come after me there. I still don't know to take off people. He's living in London, and everybody want to know when me get my clocks. he has a few businesses, you know, as you know, one business and a business. So I want him to come on and talk about his Clark's business. All right, and he has a sale going on now, guys. Where are you, Risky Business? Hold on. And guys, I just want to tell you, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying up with me. I know you're tired. It's now 9:51. We want to finish at 10. Hi. Hi.
Go on.
Welcome to Real Issues Live with Crystal.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. For what time is it over there now, sir?
Some minutes to 3.
Oh my God.
AM.
I know. So minutes to 3 boy, I tell us I'm special to a lot of people, you know.
Yeah, man. Real, more real.
Kingpin is stress me out. Stress me out too. Anyway, Kingpin, you and I will talk. Hold on, Dervin. Kingpin, you and I will talk after. Trust me, stress me out too, because some of my things I may never know. You know, it's no way ask. On the live. Anyways, Dervin, can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
But me send you a link in WhatsApp. More play it because at the Risky Business content.
Oh, you want me to play it right now?
Yeah, just about 30 seconds.
Okay.
We're talking about the real thing, you see me?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So play it and then you talk.
Yeah, man, just 30 seconds. Is it? Straight.
Hey.
Well on. Yeah, man. Straight.
All right, listen, me want clocks to wear with my junior outfit.
Very real.
Go ahead.
So we must start by talking a bit about myself, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so, well, my name is Dervin, you know. I am the co-owner of Risky Business. I'm also a marketing assistant.
Before can you type Risky Business and let me pin it so they can follow? Yeah. Sorry to be cut not so much. You don't know me. No me already. Yes. You can talk while you're doing it.
Yeah. So basically, I'm the co-owner of Risky Business.
Guys, show him some love and follow him when you finish. Yes.
We started in 2014. You know, we started by selling watches and hand ornaments, and then we moved on to Kickers and Clarks. So we are the authorized retail and wholesaler for Kickers and Clarks in Montego Bay, Jamaica. I always tell persons that some of those stores that they pass downtown in Montego Bay, we are the main suppliers, because our prices are actually the cheapest, hands down. It's unbeatable, and we've been doing this for over 3 years in terms of Kickers and Clarks. We've gotten some good responses from students in and around Montego Bay. As far as Kingston, St. Mary, Portland, we do shipping also to Canada and the US. So Risty Business is all about growing and also entering into new markets. You know what I mean?
Right. And where did you mention where you or you cannot say on the live where you get your products?
Where we get our products? Straight from the source. Straight from the source, because one thing about me, I study business. I'm always trying to find out the best suppliers. So being in the UK, Kickers and Clarks are from the UK.
Right.
So that's the first thing I came here to do when I came here, to find out how I can get into contact with those people, So most times persons, when they reach out to me and they're like, how much for your kickers? I'm like, 18 grand. You're like, but it's downtown Mobile for 25. And if something is too good to be true, normally they say it is. But I'm like, they are original. I'm yet to see a customer that bought something from me and came like, this is fake.
Right.
So, and that's the good thing about it, is that we have a word of mouth marketing. So you will come on our page and you will see 500 followers, but the followers are out there in the public that knows us, and they always contact us and they're like, can I have 3? Can I have 2? So we are the go-to persons for Kickers and Clarks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa. I definitely going to buy one just to support you. I'm not necessarily a big fan of those things, but I am all about support. Somebody is asking why Risty. I think because he started off. Is it because he started with the bracelets and stuff?
Bracelet, yeah. Because we are moving the Kickers and Clarks aspect of the business to Aviola Marketing.
Okay.
So Risty Business now is under the umbrella of Aviola Marketing. So soon there'll be 2 different entities.
Okay.
So in the near future, that will definitely happen.
Okay. All right. Yeah. But because it started off as watches and stuff, I remember supporting you with that, with the watches and the bracelets.
Yeah. It's about starting, because when that idea came about first, it was because it was hard to find designer watches in Jamaica. I mean, I have to say, big up Mikhail on the live stage. He was one of the first persons who supported the business in terms of wanting a watch.
Yeah.
I think he bought about three designer watches. When you have a person supporting your dream and what you really believe in, that's very important. So it was about getting designer watches, because if you go to like some stores in Jamaica, you want a real quality watch, it's hard to find. It's always something like you go to a jewelry store, they give you a watch for 3 grand. When you check it out 2 weeks time, it starts to rot or anything,
Right.
So that's why I went into that business. But I think what persons in Jamaica, what they do, they prefer to buy the fake brand. So they'll buy a fake Gucci watch for 2.5. And when you have one selling for 15,000, they won't support you, So we moved away from the high-end watches, basically, because the market, it's there, but not many persons are going to buy the real watch. If you prefer to have a fake Gucci, a fake Louis Vuitton, rather than buying the real thing, because the real thing for most persons is, they can't really afford it.
Yes,
so
I
moved into
understand. Yeah. So the market for that, it wasn't so fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess in terms of coming back, you're gonna have to come back one day to talk about Avioli. What is
Aviola, yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. But before you go, the other day you put out a song on Valentine's Day. I must say, yo, that
Trouble.
song. Yeah.
Trouble.
I love every moment or minute of the song. Me say, boy, you're not easy, marketing, this and that, and then you turn artist. Is it on
Full of
YouTube? You
talent,
can
man.
find it and play it for them?
Of course you can.
Tell me the name of it. Let me find it.
It's called Becoming.
Becoming.
I think if you check my YouTube channel, you will see it. Yeah.
You say one part in there. Like you mentioned something about you're not gonna be like the exes. All those
Yeah.
are something like that. That part they resonate with me, because sometimes
Really.
we as women, like we and men too, we're just scared to get into something new. So Becoming, guys, please go follow. What's its name? Becoming.
Yeah, Becoming by
Just
D'Angelo.
Becoming.
Yeah. Becoming D'Angelo.
And you have a YouTube page?
Yeah, YouTube channel.
You have to have a YouTube channel in order to have this on it. So. You Becoming. I'm not seeing it.
Type D'Angelo. DANDRU.
DANDRU. I have Becoming by D'Angelo, but I'm not seeing it.
Right, let me see.
So guys, after this song, I'm just gonna let him do his final words, and then I'm going to end. And guys, I just want to tell you thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, I appreciate you. Whenever you're here, it does get a little bit lonely by myself. So when you're here and you're all up in the comments and all of these things, I appreciate it. All right. Pardon?
Yes. Check your WhatsApp.
Okay. Yes. Because I never want to bring it up on my phone, but it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This is Becoming by D'Angelo.
Hey, you learn a little class.
You can hear it?
Yeah.
Sincerely becoming.
Thank you, Thea.
Your melanin skin.
Listen to me, man. We can. I want to dance.
Real.
I'm never used to lost for words. I'm searching for adjectives to describe your curves. You don't know what you do to me. What you do to me. Girl, I climb mountains.
Big up Mikhail.
To find your love and I say struggles. To save your dreams.
All right, Mr. Giles, you must remember HVG accounts for all your accounting advances. Of course, Mr. Giles, you don't know. So thank you so much for coming on too. Thank you very much, Thea. All right, so let's finish off with the Andrew song.
So you can see our wrestle tigers to earn your trust. Your trust in me. I'll give you the world, but the world ain't enough. Girl, I climb mountains within your heart to find your love and last lay dragons to save your dreams. So you can see our wrestle tigers to earn your trust. Your trust in me. I'll give you the world, but the world ain't enough. Taste the sugar, 1 minute when me call your name. That's how you feel, sit your palm with me. You know your bird couple times before me. I tell you this before me and your ex is not the same.
Real.
ABC on the hunt to precise you choose me. Girl, I climb mountains.
All right, guys, so go and check out D'Angelo.
Real.
So the name of the channel is D'Angelo Radio.
Yeah. New thing, man. They on iTunes as well, you know?
Yeah, man. Check him out, man.
Yeah,
Support your own.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? Me and the ex is not the same. You know?
She know, man. She up on the life. You know?
Big up wifey.
Yeah.
Wifey, big up yourself. Big up yourself, wifey.
Real.
Yeah, so, any final words before you go? I know I'm
Yeah,
gonna
man, still.
definitely have to bring you. Are so much more. You're
Yeah.
just an awesome person, and I can't just bring you on just for a few seconds. You're gonna have to come on as a guest another time, all right? But any
Yeah,
final words
definitely.
for us before you go?
Yeah, man, big up everybody for the live still and big up yourself, Crystal. You see me?
Thank
Far
you.
away I come from, years, for year 2000, not true? So
Yeah.
big up Mickey, big up Tia, big up Forest Skin, you see me?
Yeah.
And big up that Saint Lounge, boss, when you invite him for it, man, the man, the go-to man for the cologne and the perfume, and that's the good thing then.
The perfume and
So,
it's something them to smell
yeah,
like.
yeah,
No, so I have to
yeah.
go play one perfume song. All right, later. Thank you so
Little
much.
more.
You hear? I
Bye-bye.
appreciate
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
no
thank
problem.
you. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to go on with myself. I'm going to take perfume for. Why do it? What make you do it? Why you do that, guys? If you want to go, you can go. You don't follow me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Last week, I missed the live. I had a lot going on, with my work and everything. And so I didn't get a chance to tune in last week. But I missed you guys, my day ones. Thank you, thank you. What song about perfume again? Virgin. And guys, even if you're not single, sing the song now and look in the mirror and whine for yourself. Yeah. 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 Well, thank you guys. Tia, big up yourself as usual, Hi, Sally, big up yourself. Glory, Lucky Charm, big up yourself. Hi, Daisy, thank you for tuning in. Curvex by Tina Boutique, big up yourself. Mr. Jazz, thank you so much, sir. Hi, Ricky, thank you for tuning in, Ricky. Swedish, thank you very much. Marsha, you don't know your day what me say. And if Marsha downtown, and if she their country, she go and join on. Fluffy girl, Sophie, big up yourself. Feel it turn me on, yeah. I love you more when you're not sober. She's baby, just wine for me. The perfume part gone already, Sean. We'll go back to the perfume part. Wine for me. I love it too, you see, Daisy. And I'm a wear your favorite perfume. Put your phone back, don't disturb you. Tonight me have you want a perfume. Me know. You see, All right, guys. Later. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, guys. Next week, we're going to try to go a little spicy. Even though the tax business are serious business, we may have to come back and do it next week. But we'll see. Guys, thank you so much. Mwah. Yes, I'm a mad soul. That's how I go on with myself. And so, yeah. Later. You guys not going. Bye-bye. Love it when you for me. Bye. I Jovi, big up yourself. You always come when the live done, eh? Can you know your body turn up? You ever looking at the mirror and say, whoa, oh my gosh. Girl, a queen, top queen. Wine for me. Tia, not going to bed. Wine for me. Baby, when you wine for me, feel just like a virgin. Later, guys. Bye. Bye for real.